Welcome to a tour of eWeddingAssistant.com. eWeddingAssistant.com is web-based wedding planning software where brides, their friends, and their families can organize and plan all aspects of their wedding. Now I'm going to take you on a quick tour here. One side note is that I'm already logged on here, but if you want an account to use the software, just go to www.eWeddingAssistant.com. Click on the sign up now button and answer a few easy questions. You'll get an account and an email with some more information about how to log on. So let's run through here. We're going to go over all the features of this software. We've got a guest page, a calendar page, a to-do list, an invite page, gifts page, contacts, budget, and a few settings we're going to go over. The first page that you come to when you log on is the guest page. It's one of the most important parts of planning a wedding, and we're going to walk you through that by creating a user real quick. And we're going to create Mr. Joe Smith, and Mr. Smith is married, and you can see we populate some information about his wife here, Miss Smith, and you can change that information if you like. We're going to create the wife Jane and a few children, Billy and Joey, and we are going to create that user real quick. And you can see that once that's created, Joe and Jane are added down here at the bottom of the list. You can see that their address information here is not complete, so we're going to go back in and actually complete that. The first thing you want to do is populate the outer and inner envelopes. We have a very cool feature here to populate that information. We'll give you a suggestion. You can change that if you want. You come over here to the address information, which is important to complete that, and I'm going to enter in some information here real quick. Just some basic information and a state and a zip code, and we're going to update that information. Once that's updated, you can see that their address information is complete. Now you can send them an invitation. Once that invitation comes back, you can mark them as attending, not attending, or if they haven't responded yet, not responded. So we're going to say Mr. and Miss Smith are coming to the party, and they're bringing themselves and their 2 children. Once you add that information in, you save the changes, and you can see that that's reflected down here in the total. So you get a good overview of who's coming and who's not coming and who has not responded. Also, on every page, you can print or export to a Excel spreadsheet any of your information at any time. We also have some handy information for sorting and searching on information. I'm going to take you over here to the calendar page. You can see that the calendar page is integrated with the to-do list here. We've got a few to-do items from the to-do list page, and that's associated with a time frame. I'll show you that in a minute, but let's go to the closer to the actual date of the wedding. You can see the weddings there, and there's some to-dos the day before the wedding, and we're going to go out to May, and we're going to create a shower. Now what's cool about this is that you can create an event, and if you want to invite people to the event, you want to make this an event. If it's just an appointment for a vendor or something like that, click appointment. But we actually want to invite people here. We're going to just make up a category here, and I'll show you about that later. And we're going to make this at 6 p.m. at a friend's house, and we're going to create that event. You can see the event is here. I'm going to show you what that entails on the to-do list page. You can see that your shower is over here in the list of all your events or appointments. That's a quick and easy way to look at that. And then there's some to-dos that are pre-populated when you sign up. These are just some suggestions that we've come up with and some time frames associated with those. You can change your time frame, mark it as completed, or just delete it if you want. You can come up here to the top and sort on category, or as you can see, here's our shower, and or time frame based on how far out from the wedding you want to see your events. So let's come over here to the invite page where I can show you how to quickly invite people to your all your events. Here's our test shower out here to the right, and I'm going to quickly invite a few people. You can do that for all the events. Whoever's already signed, you've already entered in, is automatically invited to the wedding. So let's save those changes for the test shower, and I'll come back over here to the guest page and show you how that ties in. We've got a test shower here created, and you can quickly see that Joe and Jane are invited and all the other people. Come back in here to the guest information. You can see they have a list of events. You can add them here, see if they've sent you you have any gifts logged, or you can mark them as out of town if they're an out of town person and log some information about that. So let's move on to the gifts page, where again you can see that if I pick the test shower, all these people are coming to the party and they may bring gifts. So you can log that information, whether it's when the gift was received, if a thank you has been sent, or what that gift might be. You can do that for any event, and then we have an other section where if somebody just gives you a gift and they're not invited, you can log that and track that information as well. You can come over here to the contacts page and see we have a few contacts set up. You can list your vendors or just any contacts that you want. And a really neat feature is you have a notes section over here where you can add a note about that contact. If you have some information you want to track, you can just add that in, phone conversation or appointment, and you can remember all the details about that. Over here in the budget, also a really important feature for planning a wedding. You can add in your wedding budget here, and we'll pre-populate some category and subcategory totals here. These are just suggestions. Based on those, you can use those or not. And then over here in the budget, you can actually put what you want to budget, and then in the actual column you can add whatever the bill actually was. And then over here on the far right you can see if you're over or under, and then again at the bottom you can also see a grand total. If you scroll through here, you can see that there's categories and subcategories. You can customize and add categories and subcategories to make this budget however you need it to be for your wedding. Onto the settings page, one really important feature we have here is if you have friends and family members that are out of town or you want to help plan your wedding, you can create them a user and give them the rights that you want, which is an assistant who can help with all aspects, or just a person that you want to be able to see the guest page. You can just give them read-only access if you like, or they can edit. Maybe you want to give them access to the calendar, but you can do that there. You can also add or remove categories and subcategories. We also have a really handy startup guide here where you can get a PDF file of just a walkthrough of the entire application and how to use it. We also have a handy support section. If you need help from us, open a support case, view the startup guide, or browse knowledge base for some information, or we're going to have some videos pretty soon. That's a quick tour of eWeddingAssistant.com. You can go to www.eWeddingAssistant.com, click on the Sign Up Now button, and get your account. If you have any questions, just click on the contact page, ask us, and we will be more than happy to get back to you in a quick fashion. Thank you very much.